it's Katana again, and we're back with another interview. Today I'm interviewing a Taiwanese artist named KIRE. He has a mixed cultural background stemming from Texas and Taiwan, and he's also a Gemini, which makes for a lot of duality, a lot of mixing aesthetics and mixing cultures going on. It's very cool. It's very talented, very unique, very fashionable. I love all the aesthetics and how loyal his fans are. We talked about a lot of things. It's a very interesting interview. It's more like a podcast conversation. That's the vibe I'm going for these days. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy his music. I think he's very talented, very cool. So this is KtopiaX KIRE.
Is it Katana?
Yeah.
Oh wow! You got a sword for a name.
I do. It's kind of like a chill podcast style, so pretty.
Yeah. I mean, I am at home, so it is pretty chill.
I'm at home too. So
You got a really colorful room. Oh my gosh!
it's my thing. Thank you.
Did you paint that, or was that a wall?
This is a tapestry.
Oh, okay, got you.
What type of dog is that?
It's a Formosan mountain dog. It's a Taiwanese type of dog. It's like half Great Dane and like half mixed. So, yeah, I got him for about 2 months now. Adopted him, and this boy has been living a good life. I'm just gonna tell you that.
How would you introduce yourself to people who haven't heard of you and haven't heard your music before? Any new listeners?
I go by the name KIRE. So my English name is actually called Eric. So if you switch it up, ERIK, flip it, it's KIRE, KRE, because I'm a Gemini, and this is I guess it's like a different identity that I have for my music or for my online personality, I guess. Yeah. And I make my own music, hip hop, R&B, pop, whatever sounds good to me. And yeah, I don't really like to say this word, but I might have to say it. I'm an entrepreneur, I guess. I'm self financed. Like, I'm doing this whole thing out of my own pocket. There's no label behind it. So yeah, everything you see it's me and my team, basically.
Your aesthetic and the way you present your art and everything online is very confident. It's very out there, but it's really cool. So what was
You're
welcome. What was the moment that made you what was the moment in life where you were like, I'm gonna be this for this is who I'm gonna be? Because you definitely have a unique, this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So when was that moment? Or did you have that moment?
Basically, I would say I went through some pretty. I wasn't always like this. I went through a lot of rough contracts in the past, and I used to be in this. I was stuck in this contract for 7 9 years. I was in this agency, and I thought maybe just listening to what the manager said, what the boss said, will somehow get me to where I wanted to go. But if you're in Taiwan, we're not super. So if you compare it to Korean companies or other agencies, compared to K-pop, it's totally different. The money that the whole government is backing them up, and for us, it was quite different. It's basically these companies don't really have that money, but they promise you a lot of things, but it's not written in the contract. So basically, I'm stuck in this contract, um, not be able to achieve my dreams and goals. And there was a lot of rough ups and downs, I guess, throughout my life. And once I got out of that contract, I was actually, how did I say this? I was unable to perform for 2 years because I got out of that contract early. But yeah, I used that time, used those 2 years to really craft what I wanted to become. I learned how to do, learned how to, dress myself, learn how to work out, how to take care of myself better. And after those 2 years, I released my first song. And then, yeah, since then, just been doing it independently ever since. But I think it's going through hell and then climbing back out. And it happens very naturally in a way.
Going through all that and like the restriction of being in a contract and all the emotional stuff that comes with that, is that why you're so like your music and the way you present yourself is not restrictive, so it's very free? So is that why you feel like you just want to go ahead and just be free?
Half. I read some books, or I try to read a lot more. I try to read, very often. When it comes to, starting a business or creating something that, will leave a mark in history, study from the greats. And one thing that always pop up was, 0 to 1. It's what are some things that people haven't done, but they want, that they have yet seen, but they need. And it's me studying, Prince, Madonna, Michael, trying to understand like why were they so popular back then. And one thing that's really stand out is all of them have their own signature type of costume, maybe, or signature type, signature type move, signature song, or signature sound. The whole sound design. So it's going deep within, searching within myself. What are some things that I can offer to this world that no one dares to do and no one has seen yet? So it's all just experimentations, but also trying to cross that boundary of why are people afraid of doing these things? Why are people afraid of saying these things? It's kind of weird. You don't know why. It's because someone told us not to do it. But why? So I always try to ask that question, like, why? It's like, if sex is a positive thing, why can't we make it positive? Why does it have to always be so negative, when it comes to sexuality? And why can't a man wear a bra? Why can't a man wear a corset? It looks good. If it looks good on me, then what's the problem? And it's trying to find out the why, and that's what made it very interesting for me. And so it's just how do I get more people to think? How do I inspire more people?
I'm a big fan of all types of music, but specifically like older music. I grew up with that a lot, so I see the Prince inspiration. I see that.
Yeah. Prince is a whole nother character. Like I've watched so much of his old interviews and like how he performed. He's a whole attitude out there.
Yeah, he's in his own bag for sure.
Yeah. But that's what made him so special. And we don't really appreciate it while he's still around. But when he's gone, we start thinking like, man, like David Bowie too.
Yeah.
And what David did, it's like basically like Prince, going out of the way of trying things that people haven't tried yet. So yeah.
They're like breaking the boundary.
That's right. Yeah.
And speaking of so you being yourself, how does it feel to have so many fans who are just like you? Like I was looking up how your fans are, and they dress like you, they are like you.
他来香港，再来香港，来我家也行。
remember everything. It was so much that I saw. They were like dancing on stage with you. They came to the concert with the leashes, like. They really like. I think you said on Instagram they really match your freak. Like they really do.
Yeah.
So how does it feel having that? People who get you.
It is very exciting, and I think it's lovely that maybe somehow that they can be themselves at my show, and no one will judge them. You know, if I'm not going to judge you, like my fans are going to judge you. You know, people are there to have a good time. And I always want people to have a good time and really be themselves, allow themselves to be free as much as they want. And yeah, I'm very, very grateful with what I have now. So yeah, thank you to the fans that are watching this.
You for coming again to London. You've been here since 8 a.m. I've been a fan of this for almost 3 years. It's really cold, but we love you. We love you, KIRE. We love you, we love you, Solomon.
So for your song "Don't Stop," that's one of the first songs I heard by you, and it caught my attention because the beginning of it is like a gospel song.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like, where's he going with this? And I really liked it, and it was like the song, like the samples, like about praising, and then like the context of the song. And I just wanted to ask you like about that. That's pretty cool.
So I would say I was in church for about 10 some years, and like that's a long time, yeah. And we used to worship, you know, and praise and stuff. And I don't go anymore, but the way I see Christianity now is quite different. You know, the way I see God, the way I see, you know, the universe, it's quite different. You know, with my experiences. Why I set that up, you know, with the whole sample thing, because I feel like when a man and a woman, or you know, man and man, or you know, two persons that are in love join together, it's like a contract. It's like a seal the deal, basically. For me, sex is a very, very beautiful thing. And if you can do it with your loved one, that's like one of the most beautiful things ever. And that's like, you know, God created sex, and it's not meant for you to abuse it. It's meant for you to use it with love and grace. So why did I put that sample there? It's basically offering ourselves to the universe, offering ourselves to God, and that physical, you know, attraction. That physical activity. You know, it's a tribute, basically.
Sacred.
It's very, very sacred. It's holy, and it's very lovely. And I hope, you know, whoever is listening to this, do it with your loved ones, do it with love, and you know, that will be the greatest thing ever. Don't do it out of hatred. Don't do it out of jealousy, because that, you know, yeah, you shouldn't do that. Like, it'll, in the long term, you're gonna hurt yourself, and it's better to, you know, do it with your loved ones. Yeah.
I like the way you put that. I definitely had to ask about that because I grew up in church. I go sometimes, but not as much as I used to. So I was like, did you go to a black church?
Nah.
Okay.
But because like
black gospel song.
Because like I grew up in Houston, Texas, and I went there when I was 9, and I had no like Asian friends. Like I was in a pretty ghetto neighborhood, so all my friends, like, well, all my classmates were Hispanic or black, right? You know, African Americans, and you know, back then, what was popping? It was like Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and we were just like listening to rap music, R&B music. So I grew up watching BET, like not gonna lie, like Black Entertainment TV, and and there's just so much sexual videos, like music videos, even MTV too. Like back then, yo, music video was very very sexual. Like you just have let's say Nelly. Okay, you have like 10 women like twerking and stuff by Nelly and stuff. I was I was 9 years old, man, just watching this
That's crazy. That's
for 10 years.
culture shock.
Culture shock, and just in my head, I'm like, yo, why are people doing this now?
You didn't see that, and so I'm pretty sure from birth to 8, you didn't see that in Taiwan.
Nah, I've never seen that. And the thing is, if you're in Asia, there's no way to shoot those kind of music videos here.
Right.
So
Except you.
it said, yeah, that's why I shoot these things. It's interesting. It's like me bringing my other culture in this new culture that I'm trying to experiencing. So yeah.
In general, what's your songwriting and producing process, and do you produce yourself?
Yeah. Every song that I released, I've pretty much written it. I write all my songs. I produce all my songs. I arrange all my songs basically. But nowadays I'm trying to get more producers on board. But yeah, like I don't know why it's so hard for me to sing other people's songs. I've tried it, but it just felt really weird. It didn't feel like it was coming from me.
Like write for other people or do covers?
So basically, a lot of artists would buy songs, right? They would collect a bunch of demos from from different what's that called, distributors or labels, basically, because labels, they have a lot of writers and they have a bunch of demos, and they send these demos to a bunch of artists, to see if they would be willing to buy it. I've tried doing that because it's hard to constantly write new songs. Like you have to experience life in order to constantly create. If you don't experience life, it's going to be very, very hard to create. Like it has to be authentic for me, at least. So I tried collecting demos or listening to demos, but it's so hard to, convey it the way I want it. For me, I think in a song, everything should be coming from you. Like why I chose this sound design, why I chose that sample, basically, why I chose this beat or this kick, this snare, because I feel like it's coming from me. I chose because I like it. And yeah, in the past, I tried to do all that by myself, but it's very draining though, because it takes a lot of time. That's why it takes me so long to release new songs. And right now, I'm still working on one right now, and yeah, it's a bunch of experimenting, and also writing lyrics. Right, you have to write something that's coming from you, or some sort of story you want to convey, and it's a whole thing basically.
Even though it takes a lot, I bet it's rewarding, like when you get to perform on stage and then people sing it back to you.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the greatest reward. It's like when you're a kid, preparing your project and stuff, and you're finally done. It's like when you're an adult, you're doing the same thing. You're preparing a project for everybody to see, and sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow, but ultimately, like it's coming from you. That's very, very rewarding. Yeah.
For the music video for Angel and Down, what was how'd that come about? Because that was the most wild but also most artistic music video I've seen this year.
Oh, really? Thank you so much.
And it's a compliment. I was like, what's going on? I like this, but I have questions. Yeah. So I thought it was really cool. There are like some song lyrics in Spanish too. That was pretty cool. They were pronounced really well. I have a friend who she's from Bolivia, and I was like, she would like that. So how did the music video, how did the two songs come about?
So I don't usually shoot music videos because they're very expensive. And yeah, you have to put in a lot of money, and usually the label would pay for that, right? But then they would have the rights and all that stuff. But yeah, how did I come about? I wanted to tell my story, and Angel. Let's talk about Angel first. Angel is about my family, my mother basically. I My parents were divorced when I was very young, and then I was sent around, living in foster homes and stuff. And even in America, I spent 10 years in foster home in America, unable to see my parents. And it's that sense when I was little, that feeling of your parents should be, the one that love you the most, right? Your parents should be your angels. But somehow in my world, it didn't happen like that. So that's why in my lyrics I said, how could angels lie? And that was me screaming for help as a little kid. We all have the inner child within us that, we had to heal, right? So um, I use arts, I use songs to convey, my inner child and stuff. And that's why in the music video you see a little kid crying and stuff. And yeah, Angel is about my family, my my parents basically. And now we go to Down. Down is very wild because the child is he's missing love. He's missing, the angel that was supposed to protect him. So he grew up without knowing what's love and how to love or how to be loved. And he went into the world searching for the one that can fulfill that emptiness within him. But ultimately, it destroyed him. So you can see at the end of Down, you can see on the bed like the black goo pouring out from his heart. It's basically a really bad cycle. A lot of people have this. It's when we don't heal our traumas, when we don't heal or we don't forgive for the people in our past, and we hold it onto ourselves, and we act like a victim. And if we keep treating ourselves as a victim, you can never be healed because you don't think you're the problem. But in the past people hurt you, but if you keep holding it on, then you're also the culprit, right? You're also,
Catch 22.
yeah. You basically you have to fix your shadow. And I wrote that song and I shoot it that way to let people know my story, but also let them know that don't fall into the negative, don't fall into the lust, don't fall into pride, don't fall into all these temptations, because ultimately you need to fix that inner child. And at the end of Angel, there was someone that somehow accepted, the boy that grew up. Or now I want to leave that ending to people to guess. Is that woman or that lady, the boy himself loving himself, or is it another person? And it would depend on whoever's watching, basically. But yeah, it's me telling my story and how I worked through it.
Wait, so you're saying the woman at the end, like with you and the angel wings, is that? Explain that one more time. Sorry.
So basically, ultimately, in the end, you need someone to heal you, right? That person is you.
Yeah.
It should be you healing yourself, but also it could be someone supporting you. Yeah, someone positive, holding on to you, telling you that, hey, I got you. Don't worry, I'm not gonna leave you while you're healing. So it could be you yourself or another person that you love, that you found the true love. Yeah.
It has like an open ending in the music.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate the explanation because I was reading the comments and they were also they were not what I was expecting. They were so sweet. and so detailed. Let me run that back. And I was like, let me listen to that again with the captions on. Like, let me digest it again. I was like, wait, I hear it. I see it. So
Yeah.
and I love the wings and the black. It made it very conceptual and artistic. Very cool. And does that fit with the Ikarus?
Yeah. So if you see my tattoos, like I have one wing tattooed behind my back, and another side is just a line. So I my Chinese name actually Xiang. So it's not you won't see this probably, but my Chinese name is called Wang Xiangyong. And Xiang, this letter is actually a sheep with two wings, basically. Yeah, so this character itself, it means soar, like soar in the sky, soar. And I've I've always loved the sky, and I've always loved the Icarus story. Father told the son, which is Icarus, hey, don't fly too high in the sky because the sun's gonna melt your wings. The heat's gonna melt your wings. But don't fly too low because the ocean's moisture will damp your wings and it'll be too heavy for you to flap your wings. So fly in the middle, okay, safe and steady, and you'll be okay. But Icarus is a very young kid. Like he's ambitious. You know, he never tasted freedom, right? So he flew with his father, and he just kept on flying. Like, oh my god, flying so high, and then oh, I see the sun. Oh, I'm aiming for the sun, but then boom, the sun melted the wings, and he fell into the sea and died. I feel like it's somehow portrayed how I chased my dreams. Me being naive and trusting others and trying to fly as high as I can. But ultimately, it burned me. But there's this other meaning that I really love is at least Icarus tried flying. At least Icarus was the one that saw the sun as close as he can see. Like no one was as close as the sun as Icarus. And this also is the life of an artist. Um, if you just look at a bunch of artists, any type of pop idol, most die young, or most, yeah. Like ultimately, if you keep chasing fame, if you keep chasing after all these money, these attention, it ultimately is going to kill you in some type of way. And if you don't fly steady, if you don't keep yourself humble, like ultimately it's going to kill you.
How could you be humble when you have wings? So I kind of, yeah, it's definitely hard.
Yeah, and I think it's something that every artist will face. Once you reach a certain type of fame that you want, once you reach a certain stream, once you get this, get that, you start thinking, oh, I could do some more. But think to yourself, is this where you really want? This is what makes you happy? And I love this story because they have so many different meanings. And yeah, it's something that I keep in my mind, keep in my heart is stay humble, keep flying, but don't get too cocky. You know, embrace what you have now, treasure what you have now, and don't think everything is. Don't take everything for granted. Be very very thankful what you have now. Yeah.
Makes sense. I like that. I knew the story of Icarus, but when I was researching it to like get some like talking points to ask you, but I didn't know when I was a kid. I always thought Icarus actually had wings. I forgot that he wasn't mystical. So that kind of adds to the moral of the stories. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So in Greek stories, we would think like there are gods and stuff, but Icarus is actually immortal. Yeah, with like his father Daedalus, and they got scammed or they got tricked by the king. So yeah, the whole story basically.
For your song "Push," that was like a switch from a lot of the other things you do. It was really fun. It was funny. Kind of gave me like '80s workout vibes. What was the like process behind that? How was that? I'm sure it was fun.
Want you to push it, don't stop, don't quit, just move it. I want you to push it, go hard, go do it.
So push basically was me, that inner child. So if you see the actor, it's actually the same child actor from Angel and Down. Yes, and it's basically that child. He underwent a training to create an identity called KIRE because he couldn't find love. He couldn't find, people to take care of him, right? So he found two mentors, two gurus to train him to be a funny, hysterical, guiding people to do funny stuff. And I was just having fun with that. And it's basically a boy turning into KIRE and a very fun, very, very hysterical character. Yeah.
I like that. I didn't expect that. That was cool.
Yeah.
So, real quick, back to Texas versus Taiwan. How does it feel having those two cultures that are vastly different and living that?
It is quite weird. So, born in Taiwan and then moving to Texas, you would think like, oh, this is not my home. I feel so far away from home. I'm not from here. But then you move back to Taiwan, and be like, oh, like I don't think I belong here. So I spent 9 years in Taiwan. I spent 10 years in Texas. So having both cultures, it is very, very different. And the people, how I would say America is very, very, how did I say this? Exotic. Because we have so much different ethnicities, right? We have so much different culture, and it's so fun. It's very, very exciting. So I think when I'm back in Taiwan, I kind of miss that. I kind of miss the whole you can speak to different ethnicity and then like learn about different cultures. Because if you're in Asia, it's very mono. It's very simple. Like there's no racism here. Come on, there's no racism. But if you're in America, it's racist. Like I got bullied so bad. Like when I was little, like I didn't know any English, and it was tough from elementary school and then middle school. Just like growing up in America, I used to hate it. I used to hate being in America. I was so I most of my time I hid in my room and play video games. But yeah, in Taiwan it's very mono, it's very different. But it's life experience, right? But now, like I don't know if I'm ever going to move back to Texas. I still my brother and my sister are still there. Somehow I feel like Taiwan is my home. I think I enjoy living in Taiwan, and now that I have pets and stuff, so
Your aesthetic and like your fashion is very, very sleek. It's very nice. So how like even your on stage outfits are really nice. How like what's your view on fashion and how does it relate to your music in any way?
so like we said before, right? I'm always trying to think what are some things that are 0 to 1, and it's me trying out things that looks like that would look good on me. And for me, it's what are some things that people don't dare to wear, and I'm always trying to challenge that. So I wouldn't say I'm a fashionable guy. I just like to wear weird things that don't seem weird to me, seem very weird to others. And I don't like to be the same. Like if you see a poster with a bunch of artists, I don't want to be the guy that just blends in with everybody else. You gotta stand out. Like to know it's you. Like if Michael was performing, but oh, that's Michael. Like you wouldn't. Yeah, the glow, and like Prince as well, right? Like always showing up with like blouse and like suits and stuff, high heels. Like that's Prince. So I wanted to create something that when I show up as that's KIRE, only KIRE, you know. So I'm always thinking towards that, yeah. But actually, if I'm not on stage or performing, I'm a very casual dude. I wear the same thing every day. I have like my closet like only has like 3 t-shirts or like 3 shorts, and I wear pretty much almost. I love black, so I try to be as simple as I can. And I took this from one of my favorite fashion designers, Rick Owen. He said, he like Rick Owen himself, like he himself dresses the same pretty much every day, and he would switch styles in every few years, basically. And he doesn't have to think in the morning of, oh my god, what should I wear with this? What I wear with this? So I feel like that's such a waste of time. It's to I think for performing, it's totally like you need to spend that time because you're performing in front of you're serving others, right? But if I'm alone and I'm just walking my dog or going out and buy something, I want to think less. I want to be simple as I can. So I simplified all my wardrobe basically. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a very fashionable guy. I just like to wear things that I think is okay to me.
What was cool was like on your website all the like brand collaborations and
Yeah.
like the outfits for those are crazy as well, like crazy stylish. Like I really like those.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I've tried to be as different as I can when working with these brands. I was trying to think like what are some things that these brands have yet seen.
Your aesthetic is so unique, so I was like, I never seen them do that vibe. So I was like, it's cool that you bring your own color to all these brands.
I actually thank them for letting me do these things because I had to ask them first. I had to set them like my whole wardrobe of what I'm going to wear and stuff. So I'm very thankful that they approve these things.
So like your merchandise, like it's very sleek and like high quality. It looks like a fashion line.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of stuff, so I buy merch and I like really high quality merch. So when I saw it, I was like, this is really good. You could tell like you put your thought into it. So how was that, like making the merch for your fans and like designing it?
Thank you for mentioning these. I don't want to like put any other artists, on the spot or these labels and stuff, but sometimes I see a lot of these merches from tours, like concerts, like they are really bad quality stuff.
Like a Walmart shirt.
Yeah, they just stamp a logo on there, they just stamp their art on there, and then boom, that's it. Like for me, like if you want to sell a specific merch from a specific artist, like the whole layout basically, or the quality of where you're delivering to your fans, and it's not cheap, whether the money they're spending. Like a t-shirt might go up to like $80, or like a hoodie goes to $200. It's crazy, but sometimes I touch these qualities. I'm like, yo, I can't do that. So for every merch that I do, I take a lot of time to design it, and then I go through the wardrobe. I go with go through the factory, try to make the best quality merch that I can make. What can I do to be different? Not just sticking my logo on a t-shirt. Like it's the cuttings, it's the the aesthetics. Like what can I do to be different? The design, the quality, like with jewelries too. So when you guys buy jewelries or buy merches from these concerts, like most might be like bronze or really cheap, quality steel or something, and it's over if you wear it through time, it's gonna rot, right? It's gonna have that what's that called? It's gonna turn. Yeah. It's gonna get rusty and stuff, and I don't like to buy things that I don't approve, that I don't like, or I myself, when I purchase something, I want to make sure that I can wear it for a long time. I want to make sure like I'm paying this price for the quality, right? So I told myself that if I'm not gonna buy it, if I'm not gonna buy my own merch, if I can't wear my own merch, then I can't sell it to my fans. So I make sure that I wear all my merch.
I saw
And
that
I
on a
wear
lot
it.
of your fashion photo shoots. I was like, so even he wears it. That's really cool.
Yeah, I have to wear it, and I have to test prove it too for like a month or two, just to make sure that it's okay to sell it to the fans.
Like like you have the hoodie is like your tattoos, and then the bracelet
Yeah,
is tattoos, and then the water bottle and the Icarus necklace. I was like, this is so what a fan would want. Like and it's good quality. So I just wanted to say that it's really fire, and that was really smart. Like,
thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
no problem. So, like, do you have a strategy for posting reels, or are you just being yourself? Because they're like hitting numbers, but they're really funny. And I actually found about your music through reels, like when you did I didn't like know your name, but you were doing like situationship Q&As.
Yeah.
They're really funny, and then I was like, oh, he makes music, and then that's when I found out you make music. But I think the reels like is really smart, like the reels, the TikToks, the short form content. So like, how do you do that?
So it is strategized. I put a lot of thought into these reels because this is the only way that you can get to the fans. Like this is a tool that you can use. No matter who you are, like label or like if you're not using reels, it's gonna be tough on the artist, right? And I knew a while back that I needed to be very creative with my reels. And I think it's because of that habit of training that I started to get more creative with what I can do with my music or what I can do with my personality. And yeah, it's strategized. So the first 3 seconds, it has to have your eyes. And then after getting your eyes, okay, after 6 seconds, how can I get your attention? How can I get your thought into it? You know, your ears listening. And after the 15, how can I get you to share? So it's a step-by-step strategized video, basically. And
You got it, because it's always attention grabbing.
but it is very, very tiring. Like it's very straining on the artist. Yeah, I think for every artist, they just want to make music, they just want to perform, right, to get to their fans. But it's not that day and age anymore. Right now, we're in the TikTok age, and it's a double-edged sword. It's good, but it's bad as well. It's the good side is you can reach, more people that you could ever think of. You can reach the whole world if you want to. On the bad side is how long can you keep doing it?
Yeah.
How long can you continue to make music as well? Keep up the quality, but also keeping up with posting constantly and be creative with your reels. And sometimes an artist might get addicted to the numbers. Like they get stuck on numbers. Like, oh, how come this one's not doing too well? And then you start going that rabbit hole of, oh my gosh, like, am I not creative anymore? Oh my gosh, what do I need to do next? And it's starting. Yeah, you start spiraling, and then it hurts your music because once you start spiraling, oh my god, you don't have the energy to do your music. So I feel like a lot of artists is going through this phase or has gone through this phase. It's I definitely went through that phase. It's very, very tough on artists these days, but it's also a challenge. It's of how can you break that? How can you break that cycle? How can you bounce back? And if you can bounce back, then you can go very, very far.
I relate to that though, because I'm a photographer and I do interviews, but once I've been doing this since I was 16, but once I realized back then it didn't matter if you made reels, but now I have to be a content creator. I have to like show my face. I have to like get dressed up, and I'm like, wait, I just used to take pictures. So I can understand how it's like a second thing that you probably don't want to do, but you have to learn how to do because that's the age of what we're doing.
Yeah, I forgot who said like don't hate the game because you're in it, so you have to learn to love the game. Yeah, and it's very tough on photographers. Like like how many people are swiping photos now? Because most people are swiping reels, right? And how many people have the attention span to go through every photo and to see the details of what the photographer put in, the edits and stuff. And it's tough on these brands too. Like a lot of people don't know what to do. And but I think sooner or later we're gonna have a burnout. We're going to have a short form content burnout. I feel like a lot of
Great
people
reset after the burnout, a nice reset.
Yeah. Like how long can people keep swiping on reels? Like
It has to be doing something to the brain. Like
it is. It hurts our attention span. Like after during COVID, that's when everything reset it. Like it changed the game.
Yeah.
It changed the game. Everyone was at home like this.
Yeah, just
And then we started going like this. Yeah. And now it's been 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay, look at our attention span now. Like, we don't even go to movie theaters anymore.
It's true. We just watch it on
We don't
Amazon
have-
Prime.
We do not have the patience, yo. It's like back then, it'd be like 3 hours movie. We sit through that 3 hours movie, but now Netflix, okay, it's getting kind of boring.
It's done, yeah. True.
Next movie, boom.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is, man. It's crazy day and age.
How is it being a Gemini? Gemini sign is like something that's both, and like it's very. I'm into zodiac. I think it's pretty cool, but it's also cool how it's in your music. So the situation of two. So how is that?
I think being a Gemini, one thing that I face a lot is juggling with decisions. Like, I can be so undecisive sometimes, but like I drag it out because I feel like it's not right yet to decide, and I just drag that out until like at the last second I'm like, all right, I'm gonna choose this, and I be that person that tell you yes, but then 2 days later I'm like, what? I told you yes? No, I didn't. But why did you decide? I'm like, no, you told me this. No, I didn't. I got some bad issues, man. And one other bad trait that I have, which is a good one, I think, is I get bored easily. So if I'm doing the same thing over and over again, I can't keep doing. I lose my passion. I need to find another one. But then it's good and bad because like if you're in this industry, you have to be very consistent with what you're doing. But then like on the other side, you can't keep doing the same thing because people get tired too. So it's finding that balance basically.
I'm a Libra, so I have the scales. So I'm also indecisive, and I'm also balancing. My little sister's a Gemini, so I relate. I understand.
Yeah, you're balancing her basically.
Trying my best, yeah.
Yeah. Geminis and Libras, what they said, they're match made.
Yeah, the air sign.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the whole Ikarus album is like night and day compared to the Eros. Yeah, it's so like I feel like Ikarus is very emotional. It has a lot of ballads. Your song "Die," that was so beautiful.
Am I alright? Will she only die?
I was like, that's amazing. But compared to that, no problem. Versus songs like "Down" and like what you're doing now, I'm like,
only God can judge us when it's all said and done. I fuck you up. Oh girl, let's misbehave.
the sensual, sexy vibes. So how do you bless you, by the way. How do you do that? Like, you have two different sides going on.
I tried to mix the songs with the theme. So Ikarus is a very tragic story, and Ikarus is about my journey, like chasing this dream that I have, and then falling through the sea and dying. Right? It's chasing that sun on the brightest time. It's like a flower basically. You bloom and you die. That's the story of Ikarus. But for Eros, it's different. Eros is the god of love. It's he's Cupid basically. So Eros is very very sexual. It's very wild. It's about being as wild as he wants to be and with love. So that's what it relates to the topic. And my next album it's called Hades actually.
Ooh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, so I'm naming all my albums after like Greek mythologies. So
That was what I figured you were going to do because it was going in that vibe.
yeah.
Your show that you have the pickup artist.
什么底线是踩到会生气爆炸？
我觉得没礼貌。感情的话的地雷就是你在跟对方讲话，然后他不看你的眼睛。I don't mean like that. I mean like
I
你们在
wish I
讲一
could, but I'm
些。
driving.
你又不是我的另一
You
半啊！
know?
你想太对，你继
I'll
续
put my
看。
glasses on.
How did that come about? It's really funny. I like that.
Thank you.
Cool.
The show Pickup Artist it's not actually about picking up an artist. For me, the main selling point of the show is the fans in the back. It's about how can I get you in a car with your favorite artist, and then let's be trapped in here for an hour. It might be a dream come true for some people, right? It's they'll never have that chance of your idol, your favorite idol, and then boom, you're in a car with them, you're stuck with them, and you're breathing the same air within them. So who's your favorite star? Your idol?
Off the top of my head, DPRE.
Okay, so imagine DPR Ian sitting on my right side and you're in the middle and the back. And then we're just chatting. You're just watching us chatting for an hour. And then we're just driving around and stuff. It's fun, right? So I want things to be fun. I want to give people a good time. So that whole show is how do I make some dreams come true for some fans? Yeah.
I like how fan centric you are. Like you even did it was like you did a photo shoot with a fan. Like you picked a fan.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And then like taking the fans to Disney, it was also like taking 3 fans on like a date, like on these dates. I thought that was really cool.
找这个好像是找男朋友一样，要找对的尺寸，绝对不是女生。Boom boom boom.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I always try to think of what are some things I can do for the fans, and what are some, because a lot of artists are too busy, or there's this thing in the industry where you have to keep your distance. You have to somehow be maybe on a high ground. The fans are over here, like you're unreachable. But for me, like, yo, man, we're all human beings, though. Like, there's no need to be like that. Like, I'm not better than nobody. Like, you're not better than me. I'm not better than you. We're all equal in some kind of way.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, and for me, I'm just a guy that makes music, man, and that has some resources. So how can I get your dreams come true, or how can I help you out, and how can we do something fun together as a human, life experience?
I think that's why your fans appreciate you and why they're so loyal and like passionate is because you're real, so they're real back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
How was it opening for Stray Kids in London? And I saw you were the first Taiwanese artist to perform at Hyde Park. How was that?
I ain't gonna lie, like I don't even know how I got chosen. That's the weird part.
Why did you say that?
I don't know who approved that. Like, yo, this artist. It's so weird. Like the whole list, you got Macy Peters, you got Alex Benjamin, you got NMIX, Stray Kids. Who's this first guy? And for me, I was just making my music and making reels and stuff. I had no label. I had no like company behind me. It was such a gift from the universe. That's the only way for me to explain it. Like I'm so grateful for that opportunity. Like I definitely did my best on the stage. I'm proud of that. But that whole chance, nah, like I didn't do that.
That's cool though.
Yeah, it is like me, because I come from a place where I'm not used to the whole like bring your whole stage team. So if you look at Stray Kids or Macy Peters, they had this whole team like doing the sound, the band, like dancers and stuff. Dude, I went to England with one makeup artist, and no stylist. I had to like put that suit in my suitcase, and then I just put on the suit. I'm like, all right, let's go perform. And then because I'm opening, right, and I'm opening at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Stray Kids aren't performing until like 7. I'm like, there's not gonna be that much people there. It's alright, bro. Dude, I went out there, 50,000 people.
It was a lot of people. It was.
Yeah, and I just had a mic. It's no dancers, no band, just music and me performing.
The feedback. It was really nice to see how people enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I'm so thankful of that whole situation, and that propelled me on to do more shows in England as well. So it's such a gift from a universe, and it's also another proof that nothing is impossible. I'm from Taiwan. Like, have you seen how small Taiwan is?
Yes,
like compared to other countries. Yeah, but somehow this country produces all the chips for the whole world. Like the phones that you're using right now, the computers, like all the chips that we're using come from Taiwan, and it's very amazing. It's coming from a place that not a lot of people know of, and I get to perform with such amazing acts, and it's a blessing. I love it.
It's awesome, and I saw Stray Kids in DC in the summer, and for the first time, it was massive. It was so many people.
Yeah, they're huge.
So you also seem to also enjoy K-pop. So I heard you like Taeyang, and you met DPR Ian, and you like Jay Park. So, like, what's your connection with K-pop?
So I've actually grew up listening to K-pop. My big brother, used to blast K-pop music when I was little, and he used to play this band called God. I'm not sure if you heard of it. They're like one of the first generation group from JYP. Search it up. It's God's music. It's so good. Like they're one of the first ones to be doing R&B and rap, like whole things together, and it's dope. And then later on, you got Shinhwa. Shinhwa. I think Shinhwa is from SM, and and later on, I started listening to my own K-pop music. So back then, what was popping for me was Seven and Rain.
I know Rain. Please.
Yeah. Yo, back then, Rain and Seven, there was like this whole thing, like there was like Naruto or Sasuke, that kind of thing, two really, really great K-pop idols. And then you got TVXQ, Dongfangshin, Toho Shinki, basically. And then Big Bang came out during that time. And I grew up listening to, like, back then Big Bang was like a rookie, basically. And starting from there, you start seeing K-pop slowly spreading to America. And like being Asian in America, that became an inspiration for me. It's like, oh, if they can do it, like I can do it too. So that also inspired me to be an artist. Yeah. But then, going back to Taiwan, but oh, our country don't have the resource for this. But yeah, it's a whole different journey though. it's about not relying on other people but doing it yourself. And you are responsible for your own dreams. You have to make it come true. Like you can't rely on anybody else.
You also have a love for R&B as well. Like I saw your Spotify playlist with you mixed your own songs with like other songs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really like. I love R&B, so I thought that was cool. And like Tim's and Doja Cat and SZA.
Yes. Yo, cause like I said, I grew up watching BET, and there was just so much R&B music, like sexual R&B music too. Like back then, there was a lot of groups back then too. We had like B2K. We had like Jagged Edge, Drew Hill.
Yeah, that's all stuff I
dude,
grew up on.
yeah, I loved it, man. And I feel like R&B back then, it's a little bit different with R&Bs now. You know, right now R&B, I think a lot sounds the same, but back then, like it was very different.
It's
Like
like the base for what happens now. Like it's
Yeah.
later. Yeah.
Yeah, like back then, Usher was my thing. Like, I loved Usher when he came out with Confession. Oh my god, yo!
I made a
That was
documentary in
so-
school, and I used Confessions as the music. In middle school or high school. Yeah, I was not playing. I love R&B.
if you listen to that song now, yo, the lyrics are wild, man.
No, if you listen to R&B songs back now, it's like, why'd you do that?
Yeah, why you saying you cheat on her like that? Like,
Why would you say?
why are you making it sound so good? Like, why are you making cheating sound so enjoyable? I was seeing that shit when I was little. Like now, I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy. Who are your top favorite 3 artists right now?
Wow, right now.
Yeah, right now.
Ooh. Oh, I think because Spotify Wrapped basically
Yeah.
started. So I think perfect timing. One of them is Keshi. I love Keshi's
He's
music.
my number 1 actually.
Oh shit, he's my number 1 too.
Yep. That song's in concert, and that changed my whole Spotify.
Oh my gosh, yeah, dude, his music is so good. So Keshi's one of them, and another one would be Thames. Do you know Thames?
I do.
T-E-M-S.
Mm-hmm.
No, I love Thames. Like,
her voice is crazy.
I'm a piano, Afro pop. Like, she does that genre so well.
And you
And
have
so
some of that in
lovely.
your music too, like those vibes.
Yeah, I took inspirations from her. Like how you can tell like she never goes for the high note. She's not like those R&B artists bend back. Like, ah!
Yeah.
You gotta go off like that. Like she's just grooving. She's just there, going with the vibe, going with the beat. And I think I learned a lot from her when it comes to making like Afro pop and a piano type of music. So Thames is one, and another one would be a Taiwanese artist called Jay Chow.
I've heard the
He's you have to remember his name. This guy, I would say would be the number 1 Mandarin pop star, basically. And I think for the last 20 some years, he's been number 1. And he's been number 1 for the straight, I think, top Spotify Taiwanese artist. Number 1, 7 years.
Crazy. It's like he's like Beyonce.
Yeah, he's like Drake.
Drake, yeah.
Basically saying he's like Bruno Mars, you know? It's like this dude. Imagine you being number 1 famous in China, and imagine how many people are in China.
It's huge.
It's huge, billions of people. He has billions of fans. Like if he does a China tour, he'll be gone for like 5 years. Okay, that's how big he is. Like he'll be doing 5 years tour. You'll be like, where is he now? Like he's in a certain city in China, something like that. So yeah, Jay Chow. So Jay Chow, Thames, and Kish.
Who are your dream music collaborations? Who do you want to collab with?
I'm not going to lie to you. I think collaborations are somehow. I'm gonna say it. I think collaborations are overrated.
Really? What do you mean by that?
It's like a lazy move at the same time. But you know why? Like one reason I like Keshi so much, he doesn't collaborate with anybody.
Features.
Yeah, he just writes his own songs, and it's so easy to collaborate if you're at that status. Like I would just leave a verse open for you. I'll get someone famous to sing that verse, and then boom, we make numbers. It's unless like I'm a friend with that person or I'm musically like aligned with this person. You know, for me, it would just be a kind of money move, like a financial move to get more fans and stuff. But am I really telling the story that I want to tell? Because me and this artist might not have the same vision for this song.
Yeah.
But if we're just making a pop song, sure, like I can feature. But this is one reason why I like Kishi so much. Like he's just making his music. He's just writing his music. And for me, I used to feature a lot, but then like I stopped really doing it because I want to challenge myself to tell more or explore myself, dig within myself. What else can I say? What else can I convey to the fans?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I also I feel like back in like the 2000s and stuff in the 90s, features were a big deal and they did it because they wanted to and two people were on the same page. Like like Brandy, Monica, like those type of things. But I do kind of agree with you, like not features don't hit like they used to. And if it does hit, it is a big deal. But it's
yeah, nowadays we see features like popping out just like that.
They're kind of running it dry. Like we all can't make a song together.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say this artist, but like I would see like artists featuring so many different like artists, but with the same songs.
Yeah,
like they would make different variations. Yeah, to make more numbers, to make more streams, and it's a very smart financial move, But is it what I want to do? Maybe not right now, but I wouldn't mind hopping on someone's feature. that's for me. But if I'm writing for myself and I want to tell a certain story, I also answer that question. Do I have a dream collab feature? In the past I would say yeah, but nowadays not that much anymore. So
your photo shoots, they're very high quality. I love the styling and the editing on them. Like the one where you were like dressed as a knight, that was pretty cool. So
thank you.
What's an aesthetic you want to try for the next visuals in music you're making that you've never tried with something?
I think I've tried a lot of different styles.
Yeah.
There's this game that I've been playing called Final Fantasy 16.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a big Final Fantasy guy. So they're wearing armors, right? More like the armors that you've seen before, but now they have swords and then they have capes. And yeah, dude, I want to wear capes.
Nice. I could see that with what you're going for.
Yo, when you see me come out with like them Piccolo kind of shoulder pads, okay, with them capes, I'm aura farming, bro. I'm aura farming. I'm gonna come out like this.
I think it fits what you're going for. I see it. I see the vision.
I'm an art form. You gonna see my
I see the vision.
Yeah.
I've always wanted a sword personally, just because of my name. So I understand.
If you don't use a katana,
I know.
If you use a claymore, I'm gonna be mad.
I know. I need a lock in.
Yeah, get a katana.
What's the difference between performing in the US versus Asia versus London? It's like different.
I think Asian fans are more shy, I guess.
Not at your shows.
I think if you compare it to the States or in the UK, it's quite different.
Okay.
Because in the States, I think another reason is because I write most of my songs in English. Yeah. So if you understand English, if you speak English, it's easy to sing along. But if you're in Taiwan, if you're in Asia, if if you don't speak English that much, it can be a little bit difficult to sing along or really understand the whole chant and stuff. So and I'm still trying to find that balance. Yeah, but I think the crowd reaction is a little bit different. I think Asia, like culture wise, we are a shy culture. We can be very timid. So
So since that was a question that somebody wanted to ask, so since Asia, I have noticed it is like a little more reserved. How does it feel to be like so out there and not shy reserved performance wise in the way you present? How does how how do you do that? If Asia is so if it can be reserved. Your what you do is not reserved.
so it's a double-edged sword. A good thing is no one's doing it. So it feels refreshing. But on the downside is some people might see it as uh, a bad influence, a bad culture influence. So imagine like Madonna, okay, coming out with a song called Like a Virgin, and then dressing with bras or like I think there's one outfit she came out with like drills with bras, drills and stuff. she, like people call her out. Like she was damaging the culture. She was a bad influence for the kids. Blah blah blah. But it does somehow like affects with how I'm working because I need to find that balance of I don't want to culturally be a bad influence for some people. But then on the other side, like you guys should be mature enough to decide what's good for you and what's not good for you. Yeah. And as long as I think I'm doing what I think I'm doing is right and I'm not hurting anybody and I'm coming out with a place of love, I think everything will be okay. But then somehow, not everyone thinks this way and it's going to take some time and it's okay and there will be a lot of negative reviews, negative feedbacks, but yeah, it's something that it's a give and take. Man. You have to. It comes with a great reward, but also comes, with some pain.
So you also donate to charities. So like I thought that was really cool. How do you like speak on that? How is that for you?
Um, I think my whole purpose of being an artist is to be as positive as I can. Be an inspiration for people that can't speak out, or be an inspiration to let people become what they want to be. And another one is how to use my platform to help more people. Um, I don't want to just make money. That's that's very dull. Like that's very boring. That's very selfish in a way. Like I'm not getting all these fans, getting all this money just so I can buy this, buy that. No, that's not my purpose on this earth. I think my purpose on this earth is so how would I use this platform to let other people see their struggles and how do I use it? If I have like 600,000 fans right now, okay, with one post, maybe I can somehow, donate some money to this charity. Somehow, a lot of people see this call, they'll donate to this association.
Fulfill your purpose in both performing but also giving back.
I think the whole purpose of getting more famous, getting more popular, getting more is to give, is to use it with what you're giving and to give it to others so they themselves will one day be able to get what they need and then they'll pass it on.
Yeah. Get chain reaction.
Yeah. It's karma, basically. Good karma.
So what's planned for your new tour? The What the Fuck is Normal tour? That looks. Love the title. Like, how are you feeling about that?
A lot of people tell me to be normal. But to my fans around the world, they say otherwise. Because what the fuck is normal? I'm always down. I'm always down. I'm always down. I'm always down, down, down. I'm always 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 down. We ain't got slow down. We do it our way. We ain't got slow down. We do it our way. We ain't got slow down. We do it our way. Get on the jam, I'm going. Show 'em on the band, but it's flowing. Say my name, you know.
So that tour is actually going to be a end of a, I guess, series or a chapter of what I've been doing so far, and a beginning of what I'm going to do next. So it's more of experimenting with what are some things that people have not seen, and what are some things that you don't think is normal, but I think, and you have to come to the show to see that. So it's you'll maybe one day you'll be able to see it, but yeah, it's gonna be a very fun show.
Or any future plans you have coming up other than the show that you want to let your fans know? Anything coming up?
So I think next year I want to dive in more of my personal stories. I want to dive in on how can I make myself more relatable with fans, and how can I inspire more listeners or fans to be more brave, courageous, and make the right decisions in life somehow, or be a certain symbol that's not too pure, but but not too black, like in that gray area. I don't want to be that angel idol that doesn't do any bad things. I have
Gemini and balancing.
yeah, I have my flaws, bro, but I've been doing my best.
Finally, what's a quote you live by?
Recently, there's this new quote that I really like. It's called, "You'll never lose in life by being kind." Like you can never lose by being kind. Like on a short term, it looks like you got a short end of the stick, but in the long term, yo, so you've been to church, right? It's wide is the gate, narrow is the road. So thank you to the listeners that are listening to this right now, and I'm very thankful that you took the time to listen, and yeah, I'm very thankful as well for you guys to support, and I'll continue to do my best, and you'll be able to see more and more fun, creative things in the future. And yeah, please take care of yourselves and your health. That's the most important thing.
So yeah, thank you for doing this.
Thank you, Katana.
No problem.
Right now